Hello friends, back to my channel Biological Tips. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe this channel for new videos. So today we're gonna start with human digestive system. Here you can see the diagram of human digestive system. We have mouth, we have salivary glands, we have three pairs of salivary glands. So total of we have six. Okay. Then we have esophagus, then we have large intestine, small intestine, rectum and anus. And we even have liver and stomach and pancreas. I'll be discussing this later now. So I have written it. See, digestive system is also known as alimentary canal. Okay, it's also known as alimentary canal, and it starts from our mouth and ends with the anus. Human digestive system is very complex with different parts performing different functions. Okay, so now we take food into our mouth and we chew it with teeth. Now remember, when we take in food, we tell that process as ingestion. ingestion, ingestion. And then we chew it with our teeth. Then we make it smooth using our saliva. We have three salivary glands. So I have already said we have three salivary glands, namely sublingual glands, subparotid glands, and submandibular glands. Okay, so total of six salivary glands we have. Now when we chew the food and when we apply saliva to it, that food will become smooth and soft. That food is known as bolus now. Okay, now this whole process of making the food smooth by chewing it and applying saliva, that means the process of making bolus is known as mastication. Okay, so till now we have learned two processes, that is ingestion, taking of food, and mastication, making of bolus. Okay, then we have, after that, what will happen, bolus will be passed through the esophagus. Esophagus is also known as food pipe. Now with the help of pharynx and epiglottis. Okay, then the food goes to stomach from esophagus with waves like movement called peristaltic movement. Okay, now the food will go from the mouth, from esophagus to the stomach with peristaltic movement. Now this process is known as peristalsis. So total of three processes till now. Now what will happen in our stomach? Food will be churned into gastric juice and food will be churned by gastric juice and hydrochloric acid. It's just grinded there. It's just the food is break down into smaller substances. Now see, now what will happen, proteins are break down into smaller ones with help of enzymes named pepsin. And now when these proteins and carbohydrates are break down, then it is called as chyme. Okay, so what was bolus, what was chyme? You have to remember these important keywords. I have marked also. Now food goes to small intestine from the stomach. What will happen here? Ring like muscles called pyloric sphincters relax to open passage in small intestine. Only food, small quantity of food will be passed at all the time. Not whole of the food will be passed at all the time. Okay, now small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal. Okay, alimentary canal is nothing but, remember, I have already said that alimentary canal is our digestive system. So small intestine is the longest part of our alimentary canal, and its proximal part is duodenum. Now further digestion goes of proteins, carbohydrates and fats. Now what will happen is, liver and pancreas releases juice. Okay, now pancreas will release juice, liver will release the juice known as bile juice. Now this bile juice does not contain any enzymes. It doesn't contain any enzyme, but still it helps in further breakdown of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Now this process is called emulsification. So from the starting, ingestion, then mastication, then we have gone through, which one? We have gone to the peristalsis movement, peristalsis, then we have emulsification. Now pancreatic juices containing enzymes like trypsin are used for breakdown of proteins, and lipase are used for breakdown of fats. Don't get confused in pepsin and trypsin. Pepsin are in the stomach, trypsin are the enzymes present in pancreas. Okay, so whatever pancreatic juice is released, this trypsin helps in the breakdown of proteins and lipase helps in breakdown of fats. Now this walls of small intestine secrete juices known as secus, which helps in further breakdown of proteins, carbohydrates and fats. Now, products of digestion goes to blood from intestine. This is called absorption. Now this is another process. This is absorption now. Then inside intestine it has finger like structures called microvilli, which helps in absorption. So small intestine only helps in absorption, that is microvilli finger like projections, these helps in absorption. Okay, then what will happen, food will be passed to the large intestine. Here most of the water is taken away, whatever the leftover material will be there, it cannot be more digested, or it cannot be used more, so it will be expelled out or defecated out of the anus, of that is our last part of the alimentary canal. This process of expelling out the undigested material is known as defecation. At the last of whole digestion process, carbohydrates are changed to glucose, proteins are changed to amino acids, and fats are changed to glycerol and fatty acids. So we will just recall what are the parts we are using. Teeth is used for cutting and biting. Then we use esophagus is the part used. Pharynx is the part used in our digestive system. Epiglottis is the part used. Stomach is the part used. And small intestine. Again we have liver. We have pancreas. Okay, and we have large intestine and anus. These are the parts which are used. Now let us see what are the processes again. Ingestion was the first process, taking in food. Then mastication was the second process. Then peristalsis was the third process. Then we were having fourth process, that is emulsification. I have already said that secreting of bile juices, etc. Then absorption is the next. At the last comes the defecation. So that you don't get confused, I have made flowchart also. See, we start with our mouth, that is our buccal cavity. Then in mouth what will happen, mastication process will goes on, that is making of bolus. Then directly from mouth it goes to esophagus with the help of pharynx and epiglottis. Here in mouth only we have saliva secretion of 3 glands. Then is esophagus peristaltic movement will take place, that is peristalsis. Then from esophagus is directly go to stomach. In stomach gastric juice HCl will be released. Now in stomach the food will be in semi-solid condition. Then what will happen, proteins are break down with the help of pepsin, and proteins carbohydrates process means proteins and carbohydrates will be break down. That whole process is known as chyme, that substance. Then from stomach it goes to directly to small intestine. Small intestine longest, it's the longest part of the alimentary canal. Its proximal part is duodenum. We have pyloric sphincters which relax to give passage, and breakdown of proteins, carbohydrates, fats will take place here. Remember, carbohydrates can be written as CH2O. Just don't get confused in the short forms. Then in small intestine only liver and pancreatic juice will be released. Liver will give bile juice, and pancreatic will release lipase and trypsin. Trypsin are for proteins and lipase are for fats. Liver give bile juice which don't have any enzymes, and the bile juice secretion, that whole process is known as emulsification. And then this small intestine only gives you, the walls of small intestine gives the juice known as secus entericus. Then they have finger like projections known as microvilli. Then directly from small intestine it goes to large intestine. Here absorption of water take place. Then from large intestine it is rectum, and then from rectum to anus, and then it is defecated. That whole process is known as defecation. So this was all about human digestive system. Please like, comment and share, and if any kind of questions you can comment me below and I'll try my best to answer you. Thank you.